Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with more Digimon Liberator. We're about to do, let's see, Debug 15. I'm not sure how many more we're going to be doing today, but we'll see. I think this is going to be a slow chapter. I'm hopefully Suzune, maybe her or, let's see, hold on. Suzune or Ryotaro is kind of the main character of this. I think we're not gonna see any new Digimon or anything. Is probably what I'm predicting, but who never know. We may get in for a bit of a surprise. We shall see. But I don't think it's gonna be something super impressive. But what we can talk about a little bit is talk about that the video game lady set that's coming on Premium Bandai, which we'll get into about the premium heroine set, the second one, the non-anime version, the video game version, is coming out. Pre-orders for tomorrow, and we actually got to look up the cards. So here we have Inori Misono from Digimon Time Stranger. This is going to be the promo version, which can summon a Elecmon, or I think Digivolve into an Aegeomon with the Time Stranger trait, I believe. She looks very cute in her robe. I thought the feet would be shown, but whatever it is, it's nice. I have to see more of her in the anime in the video game before I make sure how I feel about her. A bit too early to tell. Then we have, these are the two bigger ones that I think people are like super excited about. Is the Mirai Mikuga and Rino Shinmina, their secret from their sets from the respective. So this is from EX6, and this is from BT11, which I think a lot of fans of the card game really want because these are pretty pricey. Although I'm not sure when they're going to come out, because we'll talk a little bit about that. But yeah, so these are hot ticket items. They should be the ones everybody wants. Then we have Hina from EX3. I own this card, but own her. This is a very cute photo. I love her blowing up some bubblegum, but yeah. And then we have the original version from BT5 Nokia, because they're not going to do the new version. It's too early to show. But then we also have her, who is Ikio Rindo. She's the pilot of Phoenixmon. Kind of wish he had done, because considering it's an X-Antibody game, I wish he had piloted like an X-Antibody version of Phoenixmon, personally. But whatever. She looks very cute. They both look good. Nokia looks interesting. I think she might make my favorite next to Hina. But then we got the Digimon, and I have some mixed opinions. So we have Dianamon from EX5. That's pretty okay price. Bellstarmon from the starter deck. This is really weak price, but what you can see in the background is their evolution lines or associations. I kind of think the Bellstarmon's a little bit lacking in considering she's covering up her chest, but it's still a very cool pose. Then we have Syndromon from the starter deck, which is kind of weird, but okay. I guess it's a new Digimon New Century. And then we have Rosemon, which is only a rare from BT13. Okay, I feel like there's going to be another Rosemon coming. I feel like this is a bit of a weird choice to have, but okay. I would have probably preferred Rosemon X, even though it's a rare, or Rosemon Burst Mode, considering in the Digimon card game, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, just how powerful Rosemon Burst Mode is, like how useful it is. I understand it's a level 7, but still. This feels very cheating. I'm like, okay. Now, nice pose, whatever, to let me say. Then we also have the starter deck version of Mastemon, which is very nice. And then Ophanimon Fallen Mode. This is another one I could have seen them doing the level 7 or Daimon and just having, because you could have Ophanimon Fallen Mode and then Ophanimon Ralguomon as well, because you can see the parallel. I love her, and this is a really cool card. I do dig it a lot. And then finally we have a more recent. We have Rezielmon. This is a promo that you could get in what is it? That you got in PT22. I have this card. Okay, the first one is a very bit old, and I can understand this is this is for the Angel series. Okay, they got some good Digimon cards. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure how much I would pay for this. I think if this is like maybe a $40 set, sure. I know these are like the two big ticket items, but whether or not they're going to be relevant in the Digimon card game meta is beyond me. I don't know. These, I don't know. I think these should at least be 40. But right now, Premium Bandai is down. So if you're trying to get a hold of it, no go. Anyway, without further ado, we do have the novel. I've talked long enough. Let us see what we have in store. We do have indeed 15. Let's see what this is going to take us. All right. Deep in the forest, towering trunks rise up like the legs of giants, and the multi-layered canopy lets only the faintest shards of sunlight touch the floor. It is nothing like the steamy, life-filled rainforest where winter ended up. Here the air is so hushed it seems to forbid even the breathing. Not that I need air, of course. Oh, this is Altea. So muses Altea, the debugging team's ace artificial intelligence. The forest's pristine aura is enough to make even a being of code and circuits want to stand up straighter. In the forest center lies the fortress of Digimon who call themselves Guardians. It is laid out in a patchwork of added on parts and makeshift barricades splaying everywhere. It lacks a sense of rugged craftsmanship. It is simply an eyesore clashing with the forest. The structure with its numerous extensions looks like it has been rushed and unplanned. Most likely they've been under attack and had to build quickly. The Ogremon standing guard at the gate and the Goblinmon hauling supplies appear relaxed, but Mistymon, the magic warrior who has escorted Altea here, looks incredibly irritated that the ramshackle keeps besmirching the forest purity. Seeing this, Altea decides to ask about it. Does the fort displease you? Mistymon snaps back. Tch, what are you babbling on about now? Altea explains, pardon me, Mistymon, but from what I can tell, you are the guardians of de facto leader. If you let your displeasure show, won't that affect everyone's morale? This remark gave Mistymon pause for thought before it responds. What does it matter to you? And the only reason we had to build this pathetic fort in the great Delphomon's domain is because of you invaders. Altea tries to explain. As I said, you misunderstood our silence, prisoner. I think it'd be wise for you to focus on your own fate. Ignoring all further questions, Mistymon marches Altea through the gate, down into the fort's depths, and shovels Altea into a cell. It is quite dark. Naturally, well, as it happens, I have built-in illumination. As Altea demonstrates his body's ability, the Betsumon beside Mistymon look memorized and remarks, "Whoa, Master Mistymon, this guy lit up." Mistymon rebukes pointedly, "Yes, I can see. Don't get giddy in front of the enemy." Then it faces Altea again with serious look. We Digimon aren't savage like humans. Within reason, we'll entertain a prisoner's request. Is there anything you want? Yes, perhaps there is, said Altea, putting a hand on to his chin, looking at a ponderous tokusatsu hero. Before finally, would you perchance permit your prisoner parley or parole? Pretty please? Clack with a merciless sound, Altea's cell door was shut tight. I'm guessing this is parole, not parlay. Yeah, it's... No, I think parole it doesn't have the E at the end. It's been a while since I've actually seen the words in person. Actually, hold on. You know, let's hold on. Let's see. Parole. Okay, that's okay. Provisional. Okay, so it is parole. Okay. As at the fortress gate, the hulking beastkin Digimon, Gorillamon, calls over to Ogremon, who's been sweeping the perimeter with a watchful glare. But the demon sentry looks bemused. What are you on about? We switched like 5 minutes ago. You half asleep or something? Gorillamon insists. Seems like you are the one who is half asleep. We switched this morning, and look, the sun is about to set. Looking up at the sky, Ogremon is dumbfounded. Beams of sunlight orange seep through the tall trees overhead. No way, I swear we swapped just a while ago. You're just worn out. It's been super tense lately. So these things happen. I could hardly believe this. Nice to see Gorillamon. You are that tired. You'd better permission to rest from the guard duty. Better than the having Master Mistymon give you a dressing down. All right, I suppose I'll do that. Suppose I'll do just that. Sorry about that. Still looking somewhat unconvinced, Ogremon goes back into the fortress. From the shadows, a small blue figure watches the parting guard. Well, I'm in. So far, so good. It's Espemon's Altea's cyborg Digimon partner. With Altea captured, they split up, and Espemon is now scouting the fortress alone. Okay, so Oblivionmon's memory disruption works on the Digimon Cross Connexia too. I have to hand it to my master. Thanks to having full Digivolution permissions via the unique emblem, they are completely oblivious. Oh. Muttering to itself, Espemon eyes wide as an idea hits. Oblivionmon oblivious. Maybe my master's genius is rubbing off. Altea chimes in. That lacks a strong punchline. You have ways to go, Espemon. Huh, master? A sudden transmission cuts in, and Espemon practically jumps. It was Altea. If my signal's reaching you from the dungeon, then you've slipped into the fortress without a hitch. Impressive. Roger! Shall I zoom over and get you out? Espemon sounds concerned about his partner, but Altea refuses. In a calm but warm tone. There is no need for that. They shut me in a cell, but it doesn't appear that they'll harm me yet. And while they have me prisoner, they won't be as on alert. So please keep searching for information about Cool Boy's location. Heeding this, Espemon replies, Roger that. Sorry, master, someone's coming. Cutting the light for now. Understood. Be careful out there, said Altea. The next thing Espemon heard was a furious shout further down the corridor. Approaching stealthily, Espemon looks into the room. Just as Mistymon smashes its fist down upon a table, Kiwimon, who is giving a report, looks shaken, and is given a consoling glance by the Betsumon alongside Mistymon, subtly, as it's not to attract the raging magic warrior's notice. This is outrageous. You're telling me you took that man straight to the great Delphimon? The helpless Kiwimon replies, but it was a holy prophecy. Mistymon snaps, exasperated. That's absurd. I absolutely cannot fathom why the great Delphimon wished to see him. Why do gods have to be so incomprehensible? It was impossible for us to defy. So what are your orders? Asked Mistymon's subordinate. Trying to think, Mistymon taps a boot against the floor, then regains composure and answers assuredly. That man is powerless now that we have his cards and device. So this is inconsequential. I wish the great Delphimon didn't have to cause us problems. But I suppose the intention was to ascertain that the man's evil's nature and decide upon judgment. Anyway, what of the other humans at the spawn point? They split up, sir. We lost them. They're not idiots then. However, they're only a threat as a group. Now they'll be easily pickings. So Betsumon forms a pursuit squad. If they're lucky, Cross Connexia's brutal environment might claim their lives before we get to them. Will do, sir. Something the matter, Betsumon? No, nothing to worry about. Get on with your duties then. Yes, sir. As Betsumon's lightweight footsteps approach, Espemon darts into a corner. It watches the listless Digimon wander off, then begins piecing together the overhead intel. The man they mentioned is surely Cool Boy. Then they took him somewhere just before we arrive. Now for the more pressing questions. Where has Cool Boy been taken, and who is this great Delphimon? They called it their god, yet our database has no record of it. At the very least, we can infer that it's the same as the Beast Digimon that Yuki heard about from Hakumon, since Mistymon and the others are acting as its guardians. And so SB1 concludes, it's worrying that Cool Boy was taken away to see their god, but to get them back safely, it will be most efficient to gather more information. What's more, SB1 has been given these exact orders from Altea, in whom it places total trust. Okay then, I better give it 100%. Oh, what? Footsteps approach from deeper within the fortress. Just as SB1 was getting riled up, probably a guard Digimon. SB1 shrinks into the nearest shadow, then whispers itself. Encouragement again. I'm going to nail this. The iron door of the dungeon opens and Lantern pours in. Altea, who has remained standing up straight in the center of the cell, switches off his night vision and gives a courteous bow before addressing the visitor. Have you been working the whole last 12 hours, Mistymon? Don't act friendly. It's your fault that I have this much to do. Aggressive words, but this vitriol in Mistymon's voice has faded. Instead, his voice sounds odd, with a hint of something like compassion, prompting Altea to question, You seem to find me pitiful. Why is that? You really are nosy, still attempting to gather information for the humans, even while captive, weren't you? This retort prompts silence from the cutting-edge AI. Giving a snort, Mistymon continues. Humans created you, yes? Apparently Cool Boy spoke about an artificial intelligence before. From what I've heard, this fortress is Cherrymon, that old pacifist, was finally useful for something. Repeating the words artificial intelligence as if trying to digest them, Mistymon finally spits out such arrogance. They produce you to suit you to their own convenience, grant you a face and voice like theirs, and then have the nerve to treat you like an ally. Altea questions, what are you getting at? Why not join our ranks instead? This unexpected proposition from Mistymon makes Altea look up. Altea, was it? Your insight into humans would serve us well. Our fortress may look insecure, yet we'd certainly welcome you as a commander, and more importantly, Mistymon looks at Altea directly. Cross Connection could become your home as well. You could escape human control and have real freedom. The prison falls silent. It's impossible to read anything from Altea's hero mask-like face. No hint of hesitation, nor of readiness to speak, and for him, the silence is essential to give weight to his reply. I shall decline. Your reason? Do you trust humans? I do. They see you as a tool, nothing more. That's true. Digimon Liberator will eventually roll out a legion of support AI models after me. Then why stay loyal to his people? Because I like them. Because the time I've spent with them is enjoyable. How ridiculous. It may be ridiculous, but I assure you, with them, I'm free. Whenever I disagree with any of them, I can go ahead and say it so. Meeting Mistymon's penetrating stare without flinching, Altea says decisively, I request that you refrain from slighting my friends in front of me again. Giving a perplexed sounding, Mistymon starts to walk away. Then stay here and wait. And rust, because they will abandon you. If they decide to do that, I am certain it would only be after painstakingly considering every option. You really are an utter fool. Perhaps, in which case I am sorry. Mistymon was silent save for the harsh clack of the departing boots. Once the magic warrior was long gone, Altea addressed a Digimon in the corner of the hallway outside the cell. Betsumon, what exactly are you doing over there? I doubt you're there on Mistymon's orders. What? Concealed amid the gloom under a black cloth is Betsumon. Startled, it springs up. Darn it, you knew. Perks of having an AI. My spiky scan sees all. Betsumon recoils if it can't believe its ears before asking, You're still at it. You just keep coming out with that stuff. You mean spiky stan, AI, and like that, and the like? Gah! You should stop with all that, or or aisle, Betsumon lurches towards the bars excitingly and screeches, "It seriously gets me fired up. Just how do you do that?" As Altea responds, his mask flashes in lantern light. Wordplay truly is the pinnacle of human nature. Human culture. You're saying that's a human thing? Betsumon's face tightens with a flicker of guilt, but curiosity quickly overrides it. You're not actually human, so whatever. So, could you tell me the secret to this stuff? Yes, I don't see why not, although it'd be best if Mistymon doesn't find out. Altea continues in a low voice, leaning towards Betsumon through the bars of sharing secret. Now starting from the very basics. Alright, that's the end of the episode. Kind of a fun read. I kind of expected this. I'm not sure if the end of the month is going to have this, because we do have the next chapter of the manga next week, and I'm pretty certain it'll probably end in one episode, so we'll probably see in August, probably maybe August 13th, but we could see the light novel portion in a couple of weeks. Let me see. Let me go to the homepage. Nothing here. Actually, I'm curious if they updated anything in the character relationship chart. No. Let's see. I don't see anything. I will check on X and see where that takes me, but I'll be back in just a sec. I didn't see anything else, so I'll see you guys next time for part 16, part 2 of the comic. I'm guessing we'll be seeing Nyam Bootmon. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, hopefully you have a wonderful rest of the wonderful night, and see you guys next time. There'll be definitely some manga some updates from Digimon. I guess we could mention one other thing. We do have confirmation that Seten Gokumon is going to be in Digimon New Century. How he's going to be formed, I'm not sure, but he is going to be in there. So it'll be a bit exciting to see how they will make him out. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, just having a good night.